Hi, second graders. So today we're going to be thinking about some different types of maps. And go ahead right now and let's just read the titles for these two maps. This map is called a political map of the United States, and this map is a special purpose map showing tribal nations. What do you notice about these maps? You can turn and talk, type in the chat, or just take a second to think quietly. So, friends, with Thanksgiving coming up next week, we're going to be continuing to learn about maps, but we're also going to be thinking about the indigenous people who lived all over the land where we live today, and many of whom still live here. So, this map, as you may have noticed, is called a political map, and this is a political map of the United States. A political map includes a few important things that we're going to be thinking about. One important part of a political map are labels that show where things are. So on this map, we can see that this state is called California, and we live all the way over here in the state of New York. We can also see where different states of the United States are located and where the country of Canada and the country of Mexico are located. A political map also shows boundaries between countries, like the boundary between Mexico and the United States, and also the boundaries between states. Right here is the southern boundary between New York and Pennsylvania. Right now, take a second with your teacher and see if you can find a boundary on this political map. You can pause the video to do that. I bet you found many boundaries. Another boundary that you might have seen would be the southern boundary between New York and New Jersey. Another important part of a political map are capitals. Sometimes a political map will show the national capital. In this case, Washington, D.C. is the national capital of the United States. They may also show important cities like New York City, where we live. Now let's look at another map. This map is called a special purpose map. There are lots of different types of special purpose maps. There are special purpose maps to show how much rain falls per month in different parts of the country. There are special purpose maps to show the different numbers of people that live in different places. And there are even special purpose maps to show where different food and products are grown. This map shows the tribal nations of our country. Before the Europeans came, these were all of the different indigenous nations who lived where we live today. And this map was created by an indigenous man named Aaron Carapella. And Aaron Carapella lives today, and he is a Cherokee Native American. He found there were not many maps that showed the true names of Native people, and so he worked very hard to create a map that showed where Native tribes lived all over our country. If you look carefully, you can see where we live today and who used to live there. You can also see the names of different tribes who lived nearby. Aaron also included some of the important warriors who led these tribes, and he put the name that we may call the tribe today. For example, this tribe is called the Aniunwiya, but we call it the Cherokee. Today, you're going to explore both of these maps. You will be thinking about the political map of the United States and searching for some parts of the map. You're going to look for New York State and mark it with a green circle, a political boundary and mark it with a red square, and a state that is west of New York State and mark it with an orange rectangle. Then you'll do a quick write or draw. What are you learning about the United States from this map? Who do you think created the names for the states and the boundaries on this political map? And remember, you can use that compass rose to help you. Then you'll have a chance to look more carefully at our special purpose map or the tribal nations map. You will have a chance to look for the Lenni Lenape people who lived where we live today, and the Dakota tribe. Then you'll have a chance to write what you're learning about the United States from this map. And one thing you could only learn from the tribal map that you wouldn't learn from a political map. So, geographers and historians, I hope you enjoy exploring some different types of maps today, and I will see you soon.